So I haven't posted in a while, and yes, I'm smoking. Um, this video is to kind of catch you up a little bit. Hopefully this is my last video where I am smoking. We plan on quitting the week of Christmas. My boyfriend and I plan on quitting. I'm going to ask my doctor for some patches just in case I'm not able to cold turkey. But I've been kind of weaning down, so I'm hoping to be able to. However, I'm back on my medication, which I'll get to that here in a second. So, but with the pain medication, some people, you may know, pain medication makes you want to smoke a lot if you're a smoker. So, with us not smoking in the house, that kind of helps. But so I'm gonna have some patches as backup. I can't have Chantix for a couple reasons. For one, Chantix makes you nauseous. That's kind of how it helps you not smoke. Well, I get nauseous anyways, so I have Phenergan and Zofran prescribed to me anyways. So when I get nauseous, I automatically go to that. So when I'm on the Chantix, I don't know if I'm nauseous because of my illness or because of the Chantix. So it kind of defeats the purpose, because I just go ahead and take the Zofran, or if I'm about to go to sleep, I take the Phenergan. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Also, my insurance won't pay for the Chantix unless I go ahead and get the patches, so I might as well just go ahead and get the patches. Also, last time I took the Chantix, not this past time, but the time before that, it made me really nauseous to the point where I couldn't take it at all. Like, just to take the pill made me so nauseous that it made me like debilitated, like I couldn't function. It wasn't the normal, like I had taken it before and it acted like it was supposed to. The second time I took it was really weird. I don't know if it was expired or I don't know. So anyways, we're gonna quit smoking. So hopefully this is the last video where I'm smoking, because you know, you can't get toxins out of your body if you're putting more toxins in there. I haven't posted in a while because I felt like shit. So to kind of give you a rundown, I'll try to be quick. So I don't know, last time was I posted. Pain management was, let's just say I filed a civil suit against them. I don't know if it's called a civil suit, but they violated my civil rights, and I filed a thing against them. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. I won't go into detail right now. Just I think I did a little bit in one of my rants, but I'm not sure how much I should be posting on that. So I'll keep you updated on that when I know I can, what I can say. I might be filing a suit against HIPAA, depending on what this lawyer says when I contact them. Anyways, I've been going to the Evergreen Center to get my magnesium. The magnesium really, really helps. If I do not get my magnesium shots, my ribs are horrible. I've had to have my mom give me magnesium shots because I've not been able to make it over there. My insurance has not been paying Evergreen Center for some messed up reason. I don't know why. So that's really been limiting my magnesium shots. I'm needing one right now. I can feel my ribs start to tighten up, so I'm going to have to go get one tomorrow. Anyways, for about 2 months, I was off of most of my medications. When I found out that I was not going to get my medications, luckily I had some backup. It wasn't much, so I used it sparingly. I had very little, so it was take it when I absolutely needed it for about 2 months, which was hell. I've been off pain medication for several months, so I've been going through hell for several months. Nowhere near as bad as earlier this year. You know, I've been able to suck it up and deal with it. But there's been plenty of days where I've been just kind of laying around doing nothing, and not been able to do much. And it sucked. However, I just went to my new doctor. Again, I trust only Norton doctors. Evergreen is starting to kind of tick me off a little bit. The nurse practitioner I was seeing, he did not feel comfortable writing my Flexeril and my Klonopin to last me until my doctor's appointment. And that kind of made me mad, because when I went in there, I was withdrawing off of both, and I had physical symptoms of withdrawing from both, and I needed those medications, and he would not prescribe them to me. That kind of made me mad. Also, I was there to pick up the 2 test kits. I paid for the 2 test kits, $100 and something, $122 to pick them up, and they had given them to somebody else, so I had to wait for them to reorder them. Well, I just called, because when I go in there for my shot, I'm going to be picking them up, and they have one there, but they don't have the highlights test, which is the main one I'm needing, and that kind of pisses me off, because they were supposed to reorder it, and her words were we supposed to reorder it? You said you were going to reorder it and then call me, so you mean to tell me I've been waiting about a month and a half for y'all to call me, and y'all haven't reordered it? Meanwhile, I'm going to be losing my United Healthcare insurance, which is the only insurance they take, so I'm not even going to be able to see them after this month. So I'm not even sure if I should even get the tests. So when I go in there tomorrow to get my magnesium test, I'm going to have to ask them, you know, when I get these tests, are y'all going to be able to forward the results to my new doctor? If not, then just give me my money back that I paid to pick up the tests, because for one, I could really use that money, and for two, because there's no point in me getting the tests if I'm not going to be able to have them read, because I'm not going to be able to come back after this month, because our lovely insurance system, I have to switch insurance companies. So, and that's the only insurance company they take besides Medicare, and I'm not old enough or disabled enough, according to the government, for Medicare. So yeah, so anyways, I got my new Norton doctor, and I love him. His name is Dr. Jones. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Handel. It's Handel. I don't know if it's like Handel or something like that. But he's really, really nice. He's very laid back. He asked me very precise questions. He didn't ask me very vague questions, let me ramble, and then be like, no, that's not what I asked you. Like, he asked me precise questions, let me talk, and then, I mean, he actively listened. You know, as I would answer, he would add to it in a question form. Like, I loved him. He was just really awesome. And, you know, and he had to catch up on all my medical history. He didn't judge. You know, I talked about being floxed and about the antibiotics and everything, and he never once gave me a weird look about it. He even asked me about it. I mean, he just, I had so many reservations going in there, so many anxieties going in there about it. I do anytime I go to a new doctor, especially when I have to explain to them about being floxed. And he just, okay, and he was just, okay, and what else? I'm like, I'm not used to doctors accepting that. And he asked me about other things, and he actually prescribed me pain medication, and I was not expecting that at all. I just wanted my Klonopin and my pain, or my muscle relaxer. That's all I was wanting. Mainly my muscle relaxer. My muscles have been spasming so bad, and my right shoulder is like up to my ear. And he actually gave me some pain medication. Oh my god! Because I asked him, I was like, "Can you please refer me to pain management?" And they took me back for a urinalysis, and I'm like, never had a doctor's office do this. Like, most of these doctor's offices are so stuck up and they don't want to deal with this. And oh, I love this doctor. He could, he'd even said, you know, I can tell you're in pain. I can tell you, you know, you've got problems. I can tell, you know. He's like, you know, I'm going to take the time. I'm going to get your MRIs. I'm going to get your medical records. He's like, but I can tell you've got issues. You know, you're not sitting here making this up. You know, you've got medical terminology. You've got this. You're telling me this. Hush, Sophie. So, I mean, he could tell that, you know, I was being truthful. I'm not, you know, making this up. And, you know, I told him about the pain management, how they screwed me over. And I didn't lie about anything. You know, I told him about the Floyd, how I went to the hospital and everything. You know, I didn't lie about anything. And I guess he appreciated that I was truthful about everything. So it was just really nice that he really took care of me. And it just felt, oh my God, that day whenever I picked up my prescriptions, like, I'm so, like, the past, like, 2 months, I've not slept. Like, I've been in so much pain, I can't sleep. And when I do sleep, it's for like an hour and a half at a time. I get up, I move around, and I can't. And now when I sleep, I'm like out hard. And it takes everything for somebody to wake me up. And my body's just got to get used to it and catch up to the sleep. Because I'm actually getting sleep now. And it's just so amazing. And I'm able to clean my house. I'm able to actually do things. And like right now, I'm so tired because I'm just so, this medication's kicking my ass because I'm just not used to having it. And it's just so amazing. I'm so glad I found this doctor. I could cry right now. Like, seriously, I think I'm about to cry right now. Like, I'm just so glad I finally found this doctor. And just to everybody out there, just keep hope, because I was seriously for 2 months just like so depressed and so upset, you know, that this doctor that I trusted wouldn't refill my medication. And I'm like, just for a month and a half, almost, you know, just for 2 months, you can't refill my medication. Just these 2 medications. I didn't even want the pain medication. I'm like, you can't just refill these 2 medications just till I can get, you know, I even had the appointment set. It's just, it took them a while to get me into the new doctor. And I'm like, I've been coming to you all since May. I'm like, y'all can't refill my medication just until I get into this new doctor. And they wouldn't do it. And it just broke my heart that they knew what was going on with me and they wouldn't do it. And I was so scared going into the new doctor that me sitting in there telling them all these problems and telling them this and telling them that, I was so scared that it would, you know, kind of scare them off. And for him to sit there, and he was just so laid back, and he understood it. And to have a doctor understand, and that's what I'm saying, just keep hope that there are doctors out there. And I'm so lucky to finally find one out there. You know, every once in a while I get lucky and I find one. Unfortunately, I have a problem here and there, and I'm hoping not to have a problem with this one, but just keep hope that there are doctors out there. And I'm so glad I found this one. Like, I literally almost started crying. Like, I wanted to give him a hug. I mean, it's just, and I mean, he did more lab work and everything. I mean, he wanted to cover everything from A to Z. He wanted to do more lab work, and he wants to see me back in a couple weeks. And he started me on just the basic medications, because he wanted to start me on lab work. Or he wanted to do lab work, start me on basic medications, and then add the medications. So it was just really nice. It was just so nice to finally be on medications and to finally start treatment again. And now I can actually sleep whenever I go to sleep. And now if I could just work on the waking up part. I think my body needs it. My body is finally getting the rest it needs. So, meanwhile, just to touch a little bit, I am doing an experiment. I'll get more into that in another video, because my memory is kind of low, so I don't want to take up too much of that. But I am doing an experiment. I've got some stuff on Facebook about it. to research more into a treatment, if possibly a cure, and the effects of fluoroquinolone toxicity. So yeah, I'm hoping to get in more into that. That's going to start more in January. But yeah, my next thing is to quit smoking. Now that I'm back on medication and I'm feeling so much better, I'm going to quit smoking. That is my #1 thing right now. Is my next goal is to stop this. So, because I know this is not helping at all. So I'm going to quit smoking, and I'll let y'all know how that goes. So, but yeah, keep hope and stay well.